Hello, my YouTube parishioners, and today you join us in Mount Grace Priory, a English heritage site in near Northallerton. We're not, I think we're probably on the border of Yorkshire and County Durham, somewhere. And we've just looked at just been through a little house to see some bits. And now we will continue our tour and have a look around for you. First of all, we'll start with this. This is the Madonna and Cross. It's not actually obviously part of the original priory, but it has been put here. 1996, I think it was, that this was placed. Okay, let's continue. Now, when visiting any historical place, there's always of course important to find the latrines, and this is actually quite a very good site for the plunges, as they used to call them. Lots of them about. So what we start with here is some what they call cells. Now apparently each monk had a cell to himself, which was a little room, and hereabouts is the latrines, which obviously will take their waste out from their little cells down to the streams. So there's a stream actually full enough. Oh, there's Mandy waving. What I also like is I don't know if you can see it there. See if I can just get closer. See the arch there, you see like where a roof would have been for a little house or a part of a building. Oops, just gone out of focus. Shot there, sorry. Mandy's just going to shot, I think, in a minute. What you'd have there, that was a roof. You'd have that there. There's Mandy. Now, the religious order that we're here were called Carthusians, which is a bit different to what you normally get with your Benedictines and your, I think Cistercians they're called. They're Carthusians, which is, it's not so much another religion, but it's just more of another way of seeing, or how you pray, or, serve God. In those times, way before obviously the Reformation came along, Henry VIII, etc. But like I say, most of these that we're walking in now are what they call cells, and each one had their own little private room, probably a private chapel. And this is the space, obviously, it's probably pulled down during the Reformation, and we'll read more into it. These are cool. We've got little doors here about me. So you've got little doorways here, which we're going into each part. And here we're going to go into another part, but the problem is, of course, they never really put a lot of stairs in, so it's rather hard to climb over anything. Which obviously you're not supposed to do, because the masonry is so old. But just so I'm here, I will have a quick look at the book. So these, I think, all these are cells. Cell 2? Is this cell 2 or is this cell 1? I'm trying to work it out. Right, let's go round so we can just get into that doorway there. Even though we're doing our 10,000 steps, climbing isn't not part of it.
No. But I had a weird experience over there. I was taking pictures, black and white pictures of the surroundings, and I went inside the tree bit to take a picture, and I saw this like white, it looked like the same material as like what a monk would wear, or a nun, or a religious person. So I didn't take the picture, and I went in to have a look, but no one was there. That was the weird thing about it.
Jason spooks again, dear. So I reckon this is probably cell 1 here. And we've got what would have been shields here. possibly the local owner of the land. A bit muddy round here. So, yeah. To sell too. Your noggin and the mud.
You do know, people, whoever's watching this, if he falls, I'll have to point and laugh and then help him.
Thank you.
And vice versa. Well, look.
What?
Up there, that.
Oh, yeah, that's a well house. That's the well.
That's
That
what I
would
was thinking.
have had the water. Now, if this is cell 2, I don't know if it is. I don't think it is. I think we're actually further on. Yeah, no, right, we're actually further on. That was probably cell 2 over there. So, we've got better detail here on the cell. This is cell number 2, and this was the arms of Richard Le Scrope of Bolton. Richard Le Scrope was actually a bishop, so he probably was part of it. Who will be part of this order. Of course, Richard the Scropes were set into 2 factions. There was the Scrope of Bolton and the Scrope of Masham. Now, the Scrope of Masham were more famous for one of them being in the plot against Henry V at Southampton, and of course lost his head before they went across to France for the Battle of Agincourt and march onwards to for him to become king. There we are. So let's continue round. So here we are in cell number 8, and it's actually been reconstructed in wood, obviously, to show how it may have looked in the day of the Carthusian monks. And I think that one, I think that's just where the area where they pray.
Yeah.
Behind Mandy is where the bedrooms were, where they will go to sleep. And then there
Doesn't look comfortable.
No, and then there is an upstairs, which I think we'll head up to it then.
Yes.
Fireplace. So here we are at the top of the cell. Awesome. And it's obviously a bit higher up because you've got the supports here in the wall where beams would have been. So there's your chest, and I'm not sure if it would. That's heavy. I won't touch that. Making clothes, spinning wheel, far before the Industrial Revolution, of course. So, here we are. And we'll walk around a bit more of it. This is just outside where we've been, in the cell. Each monk, it appears, would have his own little private garden to tend to. A water butt there, collecting the rainwater. A little, probably like a mini cloister, perhaps. Little herb garden. That's the back of the cell there. Like I say, I think that might be a bit more modern.
Farm, meadow sweet.
Yeah.
Moran. Oh.
Grapevine.
Time.
And this is where Marvin Gaye heard it all from. And here we have the guardrobe, or the latrine, or the lavvy, or the privy. Somewhere where you can basically park your bottom and deposit your waste for the day. So this is a really cool little reconstruction of... Yeah, mind me, Ed. I'm a bit... my son George would have no chance. Oh, look at this, Andy. Little bird nest. Not going to touch it, but there is a bird nest. Just up there. So I'll try and take a picture. Don't know if there'll be anything in it, like. No, nothing there. But yeah, little bird nest there. That's cool. Okay. Onwards we go, Christian soldiers. So here we are in just a little section. It's not part of the church, the priory. I think it's just outside. But we have some stones which I'm guessing were probably unsafe. So the English Heritage have obviously put them aside safe. And just show you a selection of some of these. Absolutely fabulous stones, which would have been carved delicately. And one thing I'm not too sure, don't know if you found any. Oh, Mandy's having a sit down. I thought she was gonna. Lots of different stone. I'm sure geologists or people who know about rocks and stones can tell me for different sorts. I'll guess there's probably sandstone and granite. Nice elaborate carved one here. Quite a few little marks in them. I don't think that is the mason's mark, however. I think that's just part of the design. Some absolutely amazing stones here. And some also more over here. Little nicks and little channels which would have fit together. So we have here the original gatehouse to the building. They reckon this is about 1400s. Don't think that bell's 1400, of course, but there we go. So they did come through here, and obviously then that side is like the inner court. That'd be where guests etc. will be received, and of course the church there, and obviously beyond that the cells that Mandy and I have been walking around. Let's just have a quick look behind us around this section. So this section is, according to the map, where the old stables was. Where? No, it really was. It wasn't nay. It was yay.
It wasn't a horse.
No, it was a horse, but not nay. Never mind. You said nay, and
Coconuts.
oh, using coconuts. The Monty Python for you there, ladies and gentlemen. Behind the door, behind door number 2, this one here is, if Mandy could just help me with that there, that is the, I'm guessing that's the kiln house, where obviously they would cook things, possibly making bread or whatever they needed to make, because it was next to the granary. And then through this arch here goes back out again to the inner court, where on the next side is basically a site of East Range. So I don't know what that is, but I think these would probably be even more cells eventually. Oh, big step up there for me. So I reckon that's possibly the well house. And so what I've gathered from the map is this is what was called the East Range. So it's not a lot of information on it, unfortunately, but that up there doesn't match clearly up there, so that must have been a different wall that was there which I think is... Oh, look at that, everyone. A pheasant just come onto the wall there. I don't know if you can see that. I will try and... Yep, there he is, Mr. Pheasant. Just jumped up to there. I think Mandy actually said she can see some through these windows over here. So let's have a look.
Let me out.
So from myself, Mandy, and Mother Mary, thank you for joining us for another Sunday sermon, and thank you for joining us around a little walk around Mount Grace Priory. We shall see you again soon. May God bless you, and God save England. Bye for now.